Thank you all for viewing my presentation today on activity. Most of us, when we start to talk about exercise, become uncomfortable and envision unpleasant, sweaty sessions in the gym or outside on the track. The idea is so unpleasant that we can talk ourselves out of any activity with all types of rationalizations. Some of those rationalizations are, my life is too busy and I don't have the time. My job is too demanding and I am exhausted just doing that. I'm too overweight. I need to lose weight before I can exercise. I know I should exercise, but I think I'll start that tomorrow. Who needs exercise? And I'm sick and tired of the government telling me how much I have to move. I don't feel good after exercise. I feel terrible. The rationalizations go on and on and on. Guess what? It isn't as hard as you are imagining. As it turns out, we don't need a lot of time or energy to improve our fitness each day. In addition, anyone, no matter what weight, what age, what physical abilities, benefits from activity. In case you didn't notice, HPMG is way into self-care. I'm discussing exercise today, but there are many more components to self-care. We all know that total inactivity is unhealthy. A sedentary lifestyle leads to chronic diseases, hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, strokes, and even if we don't indulge and maintain our weight and a relatively good diet, being totally sedentary still leads to chronic diseases. And what is this all about? Could sitting be a problem? That's right. Sitting is the new cigarette smoking. In the past 10 years, there's been a number of studies published on the dangers of prolonged sitting. You might immediately assume that this is because of weight gain or prolonged sitting brings on blood clots. Yes, those are true, but there's something just about sitting for prolonged periods of time with no breaks for activity that predisposes one to premature death. What? Yes, increased mortality just from spending your workday sitting in a chair. What's more depressing is one would think you could defeat that increased mortality by simply going to the gym at the end of the day for that recommended amount of exercise. Wrong. Studies have shown that even normal weight, active individuals who get the recommended amount of activity each week still have an increased mortality if they engaged in prolonged sitting during the weekday. Bad news, bad news, bad news. Sedentary lifestyle is bad for you, and even if you are healthy, prolonged sitting is killing you. Unfortunately, all of us follow Newton's law of first thermodynamics. A body at rest stays at rest, and a body in motion stays in motion. So what's a person to do about this despicable, cozy situation? Well, what is the minimum amount of exercise you really need? So the recommendation from the government is 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity, such as walking, or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity, such as jogging, each week. This is where we all go nuts and say we can't do it. If you exercise 5 days a week, that would amount to 30 minutes of walking 5 days a week. Nothing wrong with that, but all of those rationalizations kick in when we think of doing that. So what is the minimum amount of exercise to get benefit? Well, the exact number of minutes is hard to say, but there are studies supporting down to 15 minutes a day. Yes, 15 minutes a day giving you a decrease in overall mortality and an increase in longevity over those that are sedentary. That's right, lapping those people that are on the couch. Yep, 15 minutes a day is sounding much more doable. In addition, other studies have shown that 15 minutes do not need to be all at once. That's right. You can do 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and it all adds up to the daily goal. You just have to elevate that old heart rate and increase the respiratory rate for a few minutes, and it all adds up. Shazam, this is sounding like something I can do. Maybe it's time for a break. Or maybe you're just arriving at work at the beginning of the day or night, whatever your shift is. Or maybe it's time for lunch. Or maybe you need to do something off the floor or outside the office. So what do? The elevator? No. This is the view I usually see of the stairs at Maui Memorial Hospital. It doesn't matter much what time of the day or night, the stairs are a ghost town. This in spite of the fact that we have only 5 stories in the entire hospital. We are not the Empire State Building. We also have very slow and congested elevators. Is this the perfect answer or what? We all need 15 minutes of activity a day. It doesn't have to be all at once to gain the benefit. The stairwells at the hospital are empty. It only takes a few minutes to go up and down. Walking the stairs causes shortness of breath and it causes the heart rate to go up, just what the doctor ordered. Of course, there are many activities you can engage in to complete those 15 minutes a day, but the stairs are so available. Just open the door to your life of fitness.